Hey guys, today let's talk about rotator cuff pain, the quick ins and outs of what it actually is, what stretches we need to do to get you into a better position, and the strength stuff to do to keep you in that good position and make sure this doesn't happen again. So firstly, what it actually is a deep inflammation inside the shoulder that's giving you pain, usually when you're pressing, either in front or above your head. And it's basically a tightness through the front, inflexibility that's pulling your shoulders inwards, and lack of strength pulling your shoulders into the external rotation position. So based on that, you can probably assume we're going to be doing some stretches for the front and getting our elbows open like this, and we're going to be doing some strength stuff, pulling our shoulders back, pulling our elbows back. Let's get started. Our first stretch is down here on the ground. I'm using a standard gym box, but you can use a chair or a lounge or something at about, chest height here, or knee height rather, if you're standing. So what we want to do is place our elbows down on the box, sinking down, trying to get our chest down nice and low and our elbows up nice and high. We want to just sink down, breathing, and you want to hold this one for 3 to 5 minutes. That's right, quite a long time, but it's going to take quite some time to reverse the tight kyphotic rounded upper back that you're probably experiencing. So let's get into this stretch for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, stretch number 2 is up here, up against a wall. This is your standard wall or walk through a door frame stretch. So I want to pin my elbow or my forearm to the wall, to the door, and then I want to pull my chest away from that, making just here the apex of this stretch. So as you can tell, I'm stretching out a lot of my front here, trying to pull that elbow back into position. Stretch through here. Big open chest. What we want to avoid is rounding forward like this. We want to be up and tall. Keep our elbow pinned and then pulling the middle of your chest. So you can see the U on my chest. I'm trying to pull that away from me as much as I can. Just relax, make the front of the shoulder the apex of that movement. Okay, we've just talked about stretching. Now we need to talk about some strength stuff. So I've got my band here. Let's go through our 3 levels of shoulder rotation strengthening. So you want to get a nice light medium band. Exercise number 1, level 1, is we're going to pin our elbows into our ribs like so. I've got just enough tension on the band that I can feel tightness at the beginning, and I want to pull open those hands, hold for 3 seconds, and then relax on the back. Pull, hold, slow, 2, 3. Pull and hold, slow, 2, 3. I want to try and get those hands as wide out as I can. If I can't get near my ears in terms of width, I'm probably holding the band too tight. If you're only just getting to there, you're probably not doing enough. So you want to hold it just a little bit wider, make it a little bit easier. Hold, slow, 2, 3. For this one, 15 to 20 reps. That is level 1 of our external rotation. If you can perform that without any pain, then let's move on to level 2. Okay, so for level 2, we're going to be focusing on just with one hand pulling inwards and then allowing the band to slowly open us up. So I've attached my band to the gym, but you can just use a doorknob or something heavy, maybe get a friend to hold it onto it for you. What we want to do, pull that band across your body, keep the elbow pinned into the ribs, same as before, and then slow, 2, 3. The band is pulling me open. So if I take a step over here, you can see a little bit more. I pull that in, and then slow, 2, 3. The band pulls me open. Hold, slow, 2, 3. You can see that elbow still stays into my ribs. Pull, slow, 2, 3. And it's a very similar angle to what we had on that previous strengthening exercise, but it's trying to pull me as wide as it can, that band. Slow, 2, 3. That's level 2. Level 3 is doing the opposite. So now we're actually working on external rotation. And the higher we keep the elbow, the more difficult it'll be. So elbow in's actually pretty similar to level 1 that we just did. Yeah. Open, slow, 2, 3. That would be level 3.1, shall we say. Level 3.2 is with the elbows at 45 degrees. I might just turn this way so you can see. Holding, slow, 2, 3. Hold, slow, 2, 3. Hold, slow, 2, 3. And then the higher we take that elbow, so if I take that elbow up to my ear, that's going to be really difficult. This would be 3.3. And even for me with no shoulder pain, I start to feel that. So chances are this one might be a bit too difficult for you in week 1 if you're experiencing acute shoulder pain. You want to start with some of those ones that I said earlier, probably level 1, maybe level 2, maybe level 3, but certainly not level 3.3. Maybe just start at level 3.1 at the most. Again, all these strength stuff, 15 to 20 reps, 3 sets, with about a minute or 2 break in the middle. So you want to give yourself a little bit of time to recover. 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. If you can do 20 reps without pain, you wake up tomorrow, your shoulder feels the same or better, then you can go up in the level. If your shoulder feels worse, if you feel like you've impinged it from doing that exercise, go down in the level and start a little bit lower tomorrow. Okay, for our next strength exercise, we're actually going to mimic one of the movements that was probably giving us a lot of problems, which is the overhead, the shoulder press. So we're going to put our hands inside a booty band. You can see I've got my hands just facing each other here. Elbows are tucked into my ribs. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be pressing above my head, the same as I would with a barbell or 2 dumbbells, pinching my elbows in, pushing pressure against the band with my hands. So pressing up, 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 up. Elbows staying in, slow, 2, 3. I'll just come back so you can see the full range. Up, 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 up. Slow, 2, 3. And just from the side, you can see I'm keeping the elbows tucked into my body, head through the hole. Slow, 2, 3. Keeping the tension on the band. You can't probably see, but I'm really trying to break that band with my hands. Really trying to go from in to out with my arms. So imagine I'm not holding the band. I'd effectively be doing this, making a Y shape. That's what I want to do with that band. You're going to feel that in your middle back. That one's appropriate for everyone, of course. 15 to 20 reps. If you can't do 15 without any pain, then let's go back to probably that one we had earlier, just with the band and holding, holding, holding. Relax. But I imagine that one's going to be okay for everyone. So make sure you put in that one in your program. Finally, we're ready to get down onto the floor and do some push-ups. Again, trying to practice a movement which is probably giving us a little bit of pain. So at first, what we want to do, level 1, is just trying to get those shoulder blades, those scapulars, to try and get into correct movement and not be so locked up. So what we want to do is just start off in a cat-cow type position. So hands and knees, letting our shoulder blades come together and then pushing our shoulder blades apart. So you can see I keep my elbows straight, pushing apart. That doesn't change. My chest sinks down to the floor, my shoulder blades come together, my chest lifts, and I push myself up, trying to get that rounded upper back. So if I come a little bit closer to you, you can probably see the text on the back of my shirt here. So we are trying to get shoulder blades together, shoulder blades push apart, shoulder blades together, shoulder blades push apart. That's level 1. Level 2 is just a lighter push-up than what you would normally do. So for instance, if you're normally on your toes, you would start now on your knees. If you're normally on your knees, you could go your hands elevated on a box, for instance. But keeping the hips tucked in underneath as per normal. I'm going to go just on my knees here to demonstrate. We want to start with our shoulder blades pushed apart. So you can see not like this with my shoulder blades together, with my shoulder blades pushed apart. Then from here, I'm just going to go down 5 seconds to wherever the pain point is. So if the pain point is at halfway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then that's all I'm going to go to. And I'm going to do 15 reps just to that point. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Working to slowly allow my shoulder blades to come together. I'm not really thinking about my shoulder blades coming together. They're just going to do that on their own. I'm trying to think about my shoulder blades staying apart, staying strong. Slow, slow, slow. Finally, we're back to normal push-ups. So big chest, big ribs, slowly, slowly, full range of motion, and then back up. That's our final exercise, but we can only do that when you can do level 1 and level 2 with no pain, the same as everything else. And again, just to reiterate, that's 3 sets of 15-ish reps. If you can't do 15, get yourself up on the box, maybe make your hands a little bit higher, make that exercise a little bit easier. Okay, so that should have given us some stretching and some strength exercises for your tight and painful inflamed rotator cuffs. So as you can tell, the main things we need to do is stretch through the front, opening ourselves up into external rotation, and then we need to strengthen the back, adding some glue, adding some muscle back there to pull those elbows back, pull those shoulders back, and so we can sit more into external rotation and less into internal rotation. Part of the issue is the shoulder is getting stuck and then you can't get into the full capabilities of your shoulders. In terms of other things you can do, you can go for massage, but the issue with the rotator cuff is that they are quite deep inside your shoulder. So the main thing a massage therapist needs to work on is opening up through the chest, some of the muscles in your lats underneath. But again, these are ones that you're doing through your stretching. So don't worry too much if you don't get through to a massage. It's not going to be super valuable for getting into those deep muscles. And secondly is you want to get onto this as quickly as you possibly can. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're already in some acute pain. You really want to get onto this as quick as you can. Do your stretches every single day, do your strength work at least every second day, and get on top of this nice and quick. Otherwise, it's going to become a chronic issue, which is going to give you a lot more pain down the line. So yes, do your stretches every day, 3 to 5 minutes per stretch. Do your strength work, 15 reps per exercise as often as you possibly can, and pain should go away within a couple of weeks. Good luck, guys. See you soon.